What's up, it's your boy Robert Schmerda, and welcome back to me rambling for excessive periods of time and then briefly discussing music. Alright, the excuse of the day. Hello there, Editor Onion here. I'm just gonna say that I wasn't using the front-facing camera, so I didn't know where to look, essentially. And then I forgot that I was born in 2005, so I kept on saying nowadays, like an entire 3 times during the video, so please mind that. So I broke my phone like 2 weeks ago, and I ordered another one, and I decided I was just gonna like hold off recording this video until my new phone got here. But it took like 10 days to get here, but I bought it refurbished and it ended up just not working. So I ordered another phone. I decided I was just procrastinating and then I should record this video with my old phone. So I did, and like right after I finished recording, my new phone came in. So I decided I was just gonna stick with it, and I started editing the video, and like halfway through it, I just decided that I was going to switch SD cards to this phone, and I didn't realize that I had my camera footage on the SD card, so when I switched it over, it just like ruined the entire editing process. So I decided I was just going to record it. So let me know if there's like a significant difference in the camera. I think it looks pretty nice. Yeah, Beach Bunny is a band that a lot of people found through Prom Queen, and of course I did too, but I didn't like really start paying attention to their music until I found Sports later on. It's honestly a really good song. While I was looking at some of their other music, I found Honeymoon, and now we're here. So their music falls into like an indie sound, but with occasional like rock and punk influences. I see them like get compared a lot with Cave Town, and I think it's like Chloe and Morando, or not Morando, but I think you can guess who I'm thinking of. I think this album released earlier on Valentine's this year. They had already released like 4 singles before the album, which this is like a 10-song album, so if you're like a die-hard Beach Bunny fan, I can imagine that you'd be like a little bit upset because you only find like 6 new songs out of a 10-song project, which I see a lot of bands doing nowadays. Hayley Williams released like 10 out of her 15-song album with Petals for Armor, I think it's called. I don't know how, but they found me. They released like every single song as a single before their debut EP. Yeah, this album covers like a lot of the topics you would expect it, because it's called Honeymoon, and like all music nowadays, it talks a lot about heartbreak and love and all of that good stuff. Stuff that I personally can't relate to. Yeah, some of my favorite songs on here are Promises. Rearview. Was I ever good enough for you? And then Colorblind. You say good, you say I'm sorry too. So with Rearview, I didn't like the song at first. It took me a good few listens, and I've listened to this album a lot. I thought that the like bridge or outro section of the song was very annoying to me personally. You love me, I love you, you don't love me anymore. But it grew on me a lot, and I think it's my favorite song on the album at this point. Some tracks that I don't like so much, I'd say, are Racetrack. My heavy heart's always under attack. Probably Cloud 9. But when he loves me, I feel like I'm floating when he calls me pretty. I just feel like out of the 2 slower songs on the album, Rearview outdoes Racetrack by a long shot. So, and Cloud 9, the majority of the songs sound very similar, so this one just doesn't seem very special at all. Yeah, it just got a little bit annoying to me after countless listens. And the songs that I don't like may be a little bit biased because I have literally listened to this album like 10 times plus preparing for this video, but that's irrelevant to the situation. Yeah, when I was first listening to the album, I was thinking that I was gonna make like this whole elaborate thing about the songwriting being a little like cliche or corny or whatever. It is in some instances, but I feel like it's done intentionally and in a way that it like almost works for the better. And on my first listen, I thought that Rearview was like a very corny and like poorly written song, but now I think that it has like some of the most clever songwriting on the entire album. So there's really not a lot to say about this album, just like typical indie stuff. The things that I like about this album is that it's a sound that I personally don't hear a lot of. Even though I didn't like everything at first, the album as a whole was very interesting to me. Very captivating, I guess would be the big word that people would use. Also, the songwriting is very clever in the album as a whole. Even though, like I said, some of it is a little bit like cliche or corny or whatever, I think it plays out very well. Some things that I don't really care for too much is that The album sound is very similar, samey-ish, I guess, which is good for consistency, but at the same time, it just makes it a little bit repetitive, in my opinion. But yeah, there's not a whole lot to say about the album. It's certainly not the best thing to have come out this year, but it definitely holds its own. And for all of those reasons listed above, I give this album a 7.5. But yeah, that's about it. I'm still working towards that PC, and there's a lot of video ideas that I have that are gonna be so good, but I don't wanna like lower the quality of them by making them like on my phone, so I'm just gonna like wait out on them until I get the PC. But yeah, I'm definitely getting closer to that, so wish me luck, I guess. That's about all I have to say. Thanks for watching. Do all of the YouTube things, like, comment, subscribe, and see y'all later. Was I ever good enough for you? There's always some